The another important pest infesting sugarcane is top shoot borer. Its scientific name is Serpophaga nivella. It belongs to family Pyralidae of order Lepidoptera. The genus is similar with yellow stem borer, which we saw in a rice crop named as yellow stem borer. This pest is distributed all over the country, but it is more serious in North India. It is also found in Southeast Asia, Japan. Besides sugarcane, it attacks on number of wild plants belonging to genus Saccharum. Moth is medium-sized, creamy white, slightly bigger than early shoot borer. Females are having tuft of brown colored hair at the bottom of their abdomen. In case of certain male, each of the forewing has conspicuous black color spot. In case of male, here there will be conspicuous black color spot is occurred sometimes in males. About 200 to 300 dull white elongated overlapping eggs are laid in clusters. Each cluster is covered with brown color tuft of hairs by the female. In each cluster there are about 9 to 79 eggs. Usually it lay their eggs near to the midribs. The eggs are covered with buff colored or tuft of hair. The caterpillar first bores into the stem from the top by tunneling into the midribs of leaves, leaving marking on second through fifth leaves from the midrib. It tunnels towards the central core of the leaf and enters into the shoot to feed upon. As a result, the biting across the spindle, a row of short holes also form on the midrib. Here in this image, a row of short holes form on the midribs we can see. This is a male and this is female. These are all pupae of top shoot borer. It's a larva, and this is an egg mass, and these are newly hatched neonate larvae. So it causes damage to the cane at the age of 6 months or later. It feeds on growing point and causes number of short holes on the affected leaf due to biting across the spindle. It also causes reddish brown dead hearts that can not be easily get pulled out. The interference with apical growth gives rise to side shoots and bunchy top symptom. So here such type of bunchy top symptoms caused by top shoot borer. The full grown caterpillar is creamy white in color with yellow head. The top shoot borer damage starts when the sugarcane is at 2 to 3 months old. The larval period lasts for 15 to 42 days. The attack of sugarcane top shoot borer may be continued till the age of 9 months of sugarcane. Pupation takes place inside the stem. Pupal duration is about 7 to 10 days. The life cycle may ranges from 40 to 62 days. It completes about 7 generations in a year. The activity of top shoot borer starts with an onset of monsoon in the north region. The low humidity is unfavorable for the build-up of population of this pest. This pest can be controlled by some crucial control measures like collection and destruction of egg masses, collection of affected tillers and destruction. It can also control by parasitoid Trichogramma minutum and larval parasitoid Isotema species during November to December. In Adsali sugarcane it is found successful. Again, it can control with spraying of endosulfan. We can also intercrop with non-host plants like groundnut. We can also trap the population or monitor the population with the help of some VOTA traps by installing in a pheromone. The next important pest infesting sugarcane is a root borer called white grub. The white grubs are important pest in many regions of Maharashtra. White grub, its scientific name is Holotrichia serrata, Scarabidae family, order Coleoptera. Economic importance of this pest is it is cosmopolitan and polyphagous species have been reported from most of the states of the country. Since from last 10 to 15 years, white grub is posing a great threat to the cultivation in some pockets of Maharashtra state. It is in endemic form in some pockets of Ahmednagar, Buldhana, Dhule, Jalgaon, Kolhapur, Usmanabad, Parbhani, Sangli, Satara and Wardha districts. Sugarcane crop is heavily attacked by this pest. Losses to the extent of 30 to 160 metric ton in yield have been recorded. The marks of identification of this pest. The adults or beetles are stoutly built, reddish brown in color, measuring about 20 to 25 mm in length. The head is oblique, eggs are creamy white, oval or spherical, measuring 2 mm in diameter. The grubs are measures about a final instar grub can be measured about 47 mm long, white in color with dark color spot. In this image you can see a white color and having a reddish brown color head capsule. This grub is having powerful mandibles and 3 pairs of prominent thoracic legs. Since it's a scarabid, it forms a C shape. The host plants are since it's a polyphagous, it can feed on most of the crops. Larval host like groundnut, sorghum, maize, paddy, chili, tobacco and some vegetables and also some grasses. It can also feed on the perennial crops like guava, citrus, peach, etc. and to be attacked by the grub. The host plants of adult beetles are neem, babul, shevga, ber, tamarind, bale and gulmohar. Let's see its life cycle. The emergence of beetle begins after first pre-monsoon shower, maybe in last fortnight of May or first week of June. Emergence confined to early evening after the sunset. Then mating takes place and early in the morning the female goes down to the soil and lay their eggs in the moist soil. They get aggregated at the shoots of neem and subabul trees. Beetle return to the soil before sunrise and females start laying eggs inside the earthen cells at the depth of 7 to 10 cm in soil. A female lay about 50 to 70 eggs. The incubation period completes within 9 to 24 days. The grub molts twice to become full grown in 5 to 9 months. Pupation again takes place inside the soil. Pupation stage lasts about 14 to 29 days. Adult are formed during November to December. They do not emerge until the Next, first pre-shower rain in May or June of next year. The longevity of adult emergence is about 47 to 97 days. It completes only one generation in year. This paste may get carry over through adult beetle. The newly formed beetle remain inside quiescent stage in the soil and emerge when the cloudy weather and light shower of prevail in the month of May. In the month of May or June, the seasonal occurrence is in Kharif season. Nature of damage of this pest is carried by the larval stage, also called as grub. The grub feeds on the root and rootlets. The roots get damaged. The cane become yellowish and gets dried up. So it again forms the dead hut, or we can see the wilting symptoms on above ground plant parts. Sometimes the cavities form in the underground portion of the cane. The attacked plants can get easily pulled out, but it won't emit any offensive smell. This beetle is also called as June beetle since it gets emerged out from the soil in the month of June. The life cycle is completes within November to December, but the adult remain inside the soil till the next month of June, next monsoon shower in the June. This pest can be these are the infected areas of sugarcane in the picture. So in this way it feeds on the roots and rootlets and the major part of cane which is inside the soil. It do not allow to grow the plant since it feeds on the roots and rootlets. So in the control measures, with the help of summer deep plowing, we can expose the egg, grub and pupal stages to the sun and can be get killed with direct exposure of sun or by getting devoured by the birds. With the help of collection and destruction, we can also control this population. By dipping them in a kerosinized water, we can kill them very easily. So such exposed grubs can be collected and can be destroyed in kerosinized water. The pest population is also the adult population can also be collected by shaking the neem trees at night hours after first pre-shower rain, and can be controlled can be killed with the help of kerosinized water. This is an infected grub of this Holotrichia serrata, and it is get infected by Metarhizium. It's a pot treatment showing that Metarhizium manisopli is an effective biopesticide to control this pest. The rest control measures we can see in detail in another topic, that is polyphagous pest.